All right, what's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up? We back. Welcome to the channel. We made for TV, two made for TV to be exact. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share the channel. We're trying to grow it. We just had to restart a new channel because YouTube keeps taking our channels, bro. So hopefully third time is a charm. So please subscribe to the channel, share it, like, comment all the videos, and let's get this bitch lit once again. You know what I'm saying? We want to go ahead and get into the news that you can use in the boxing world. You know what I'm saying? So, unless you've been under a rock, hold on, let me take a drink. Yeah. Unless you've been under a rock and haven't been paying attention to what's been going on in the boxing world, in the boxing realm. Um, we just had two great fights this past couple weeks. We had Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. We already know the outcome of that. The most incredible upset so far this year. Ryan came through, beat Devin Haney's ass. He couldn't get away from the left hook or the right hook. Because most of the time he was actually getting hit with the right hook more than the left. So, the fight is over now. Seems like Devin has recovered from the wounds and the beating that he took. And now, after the fight, comes up allegations that Ryan Garcia popped dirty. He cheated. You know, all of these different excuses Devin and his dad has come up with, and Eddie Hearn. You know, and everybody knows Eddie Hearn has the most people in his stable that always get popped for being dirty. So I feel like these guys got some kind of inside connections going on here, and because I don't understand how the hell Ryan all of a sudden pops dirty days and weeks after a week or so after the fact. Because I mean, if he popped dirty, why did the fight happen? So I don't believe the allegations. I believe that Devin Haney and his father and his team are are being sore losers. They're not accepting the loss. And to me, it furthermore proves that maybe Devin Haney and his father did pay to get uh, the loss that everyone claims, or people in the boxing world claims or heard or know, that they paid to get a loss off of his record early in his career. And this here kind of proves the point that maybe they did, because they can't even take this public loss to a known fighter, a top tier popular fighter, in which Devin called Ryan a C-level fighter, and he got his ass beat. So now he's trying to make excuses, to why he took that loss. So to me, it kind of furthermore proves that these guys probably did pay to get a loss off their record. They can't handle a loss. They can't accept it, and because he wants to be Floyd Mayweather so bad that that just kind of deters his dream of being the next Floyd and taking Floyd's place is what he wants to do. So unfortunately, he has an O now. He's trying to get it wiped off. I think it's ridiculous. I think he needs to sit his ass down and just be a fucking man and take a loss. It happens in life. Uh, that's just part of life, man. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you can win more than you lose. Sometimes you can, get out before you take a loss. It's just about playing chess, man. So sit your ass down, take the loss, move on to the next, next big thing here. We also had recently Canelo and Munguia just had their fight. You don't hear too many people talking about the aftermath at this point because it pretty much went how everybody expected it to go. Canelo, just he just dominated Munguia, even got a knockdown or two. I think it was one. I know it was one for sure. Might have got two, but got a knockdown. So, you know, proved his point that he is still Canelo, and we're still speculating his next fight that's under this contract. Is it going to be Berlanga? Is it? I hope it's not Berlanga because that's going to be so easy work. Berlanga don't even got a chin, so I don't think it should be Berlanga. Berlanga need to maybe fight somebody that fought Canelo already like. Caleb Plant. Uh, Maybe he need to fight Caleb Plant. What's the other dude? Daniel Jacobs. Maybe if he comes out of retirement or comes out out of nowhere. Uh, Triple G if he comes out of retirement and comes out and want to fight. You know, some of the guys or a couple other guys that did fight Canelo and get your experience up, and that way you can say you have the experience of fighting someone that was close to Canelo. So, but as far as getting the actual Canelo fight, I don't think that's the right move for Berlanga. Uh, he need to work on some things, especially his chin. Uh, but aside from that, yeah, he had a Berlanga had a run in with Caleb Plant also at that fight. We had a couple of we had David Benavidez there. He was staring. They had a little segment where Canelo and David Benavidez were staring each other down, and you know at the end of the fight, a lot of the stars came out. There was a lot of run-ins. Morrell also ran in with Berlanga as well. So that'd be a good fight, Morrell with Berlanga. So I think those are some of the options Berlanga should use instead of everybody just constantly chasing Canelo. We also have Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo has also came out and apologized to Caleb Plant on his live. He still looks a little out of it. He looked like he was drunk, probably or something, or just woke up. He kept talking about he was talking to Ocho Cinco, just talking about different things and how he looks like he's separated from his wife again. As we know that he did get back with his wife, he was going through the situation with his wife and his kids, I guess custody battle, and you know just the separation thing you have to do when you're married or with someone for a long time and don't have a prenup. You go through the little separation thing, so it looks like he's still dealing with that. There's some for some reason it's really taking a toll on him, to where he can't focus on his career, focus on getting to the money. He spoke on him being in a separate home, a condo downtown by the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, and that he's relaxing, trying to get his apartment, his penthouse together there. And he just put it out of it, man. But he did mention Canelo, and he's probably gonna be fighting Canelo next. I don't see it because reports have surfaced that he's in jail. Uh, I didn't look into it too much, so I don't know what he's in jail for. But maybe he tried to go back home or did go back home. You know, and him and his wife got into it again. I just feel like he should have left it where it was. I don't think he should have got back with her. Even you know, it's like as soon as he got back with her, she got slapped by Caleb Plant at the event in Las Vegas. So it just seems like she's just not good for him anymore, and that's okay. Sometimes you outgrow someone you've been with. You know, sometimes you outgrow them. Sometimes you know the love just you lose the love, you lose the respect for each other. So, you know, it's okay, but apparently he's taking it pretty hard. I'm not sure if there's I don't speak to them no more as I used to maybe years ago. I don't have their contacts anymore, so I don't really know what's going on. I really wish I could talk to them and reach out to them and get them in a better state, man, because I don't understand what's going on. But it seems like it is taking a toll on him. I don't know if the girl's telling him he ain't gonna never see his kids or she gonna take everything he got. Woo, woo, woo. Regardless, he's not taking it well, and I just don't see him. It don't seem like he's gonna come back anytime soon. Him or his brother. I'm not sure what's going on with them, those guys, but it seems like maybe they just don't got the passion no more, or you know, and it's just about making a little money and then getting out. We got these young bulls coming up, and I don't know. Once you get that money and get contracts, getting fashion contracts and things like that, you get to lose that that passion. You get to losing that grit. So I think Jamal has lost it. I don't know what's going on. I hope he does come back. You know, at least for another 2 years. You know, reign in the division. He's moving up to 168. His brother's going to move to 160 from 154. And hopefully those guys can come back at least for another year or two. Get a couple of these 5 more fights under their belt before retiring and calling it quits, whatever they plan on doing. Uh, then fast forward here now, we got. Okay, we spoke on Devin Haney and Ryan. Yes, I don't think Ryan cheated, and if he did, why didn't y'all even stop the fight? Why did the fight not get canceled? If he popped, why are you guys just not coming out about it? We got, let's see, we got Fury. Fury and Usyk is coming up next week. I'm excited for that. Finally, we're going to see that fight and see who's going to reign supreme in that. I do believe Fury looks in incredible shape. I think Fury is taking it serious. He's not playing around this time, joking. So he should be able to come out there and dominate, like we know Fury, because he is definitely bigger than Usyk. Usyk is probably the smallest, one of the smallest heavyweights in the division. And if I know what I know, Fury knows how to use his weight and tire you out. He knows that, everybody knows that Usyk is weak to the stomach. So he's probably going to target those areas as well. So it should be an okay fight, but I'm expecting Fury to probably, uh, you know, dominate for the most part against the smaller guy. Um, what else we got? We had Jerron Boots Ennis just had his press conference with Crowley. He have a homecoming fight coming up, June 15th, I believe it said. And we got, that was a pretty interesting press conference. Seems like Boots is starting to come out of his shell a little bit. Got his father talking back and forth and doing his thing, and which could be a good thing for Boots because Crowley also mentioned how if Boots is such a popular and good fighter, why wasn't the stadium filled up, for this free event for the press conference, the open event? Um, which kind of made me think like, damn, I thought it was maybe a closed press conference because it looked like it was nothing but the media there, but apparently it wasn't. So that is a big issue and a big thing, especially in boxing when you're trying to make yourself the next big thing or the next, big entertainer in boxing. That's the problem Devin Haney is dealing with. He's trying to build his it factor to be able to sell no matter who he's fighting, to be able to be the most talked about boxer, to be the most exciting boxer. That's something that he's struggling with now. I mean, he's a good fighter, but he's just not a draw. He just doesn't excite the people. So that's what makes you a top tier boxer. You have to excite the people. You got to sell. You be able to sell no matter who you're fighting. And that's what Tank Davis had. And speaking of Tank Davis, he did have his press conference as well with Frank Martin, which they'll be fighting as well. And what's that? June? I think that's June too. So they'll be fighting as well. It was a pretty good press conference. They were going back and forth, a lot of shit talking. Um, we all saw Tank slap, Frank Martin's hand away. It was just a lot. It was pretty entertaining. You got Javante coming out of his shell, even more. He's being himself, selling the fight, learning and knowing that he has to sell the fight and knowing how to be an entertainer now. He knows, he kind of understands what needs to be done. You can tell that now. Um, that's why he's one of the faces of boxing along with Canelo, because they can fight anybody and sell out, So you can say what you want about Tank, but oh, he's not fighting nobody. He don't have to. As long as he's selling out, he's making his money, he's winning. So quite honestly, he really doesn't have to. It ain't like he just can't sell at all. And like with Devin Haney, he has to basically have big fights to make it exciting and to make it, sell a little bit more. And which they still have not released the pay-per-view numbers or their ticket gate numbers that I've seen. So obviously, it may not have done that good. It could have been because of Ryan's antics. Nobody thought Ryan was actually going to make it to the fight until he did. And by the end, shit, everybody was even probably over the fight, not even caring about seeing it. So we'll see how that turns out, or I'll look up some information on that later. Um, but yeah, Deron Ennis, and then we also have Kambosas and Loma Chico. I'm excited to see that tonight. They had their face off, as you can see on the screen. I'll go ahead and play that. It'll, pretty intense. We all know that Kambosas is a pretty aggressive guy, aggressive. Loma Chico actually looks bigger than Kambosas. So yeah, they're fighting for two belts, two of the vacant belts. We all know that Devin Haney did vacate those belts for those guys. So um, they're going after those. I'm expecting Loma to do what Loma does, of course, um, and dominate Cambosos. He looks like he's the bigger guy. I think Cambosos. I guess he's comfortable at that weight, but he probably need to move up. He always looks sick when he's trying to make weight or whatever. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm expecting Loma to win. We also have, let's see, we have somebody else fighting. McCaskills also fighting tonight. I will be trying to cover that. I haven't seen too much promotion on it, but I did look it up and see that she's also fighting. So we will be covering some women's boxing as well um, tonight. So stay tuned if you want to, view some fights. I'll try to stream it as well without getting blocked from YouTube. I don't know what their issue is, but yeah. Aside from that, man, it's just been a pretty interesting past few days for boxing. And just a lot going on from the accusations from Devin and his team, saying Ryan popped dirty. We all know that Devin works with Victor Contine, who's a known cheater. So all in all, I say I don't believe the allegations. I think it's bull. Excited to see these fights that's coming up, and we also have the let's see, Deontay Wilder is also coming up to fight Big Bang. We all heard that if Wilder successfully wins this fight, they're hoping to set up something with Jared Anderson finally for his first big fight. So we'll be tuned in for that as well. Wilder versus Big Bang Jane. That is July the 1st with that 5 versus 5. That's going to be a pretty interesting fight. I don't even see they have Morrell on. Oh no, Morrell's not on that one. He's on the Terrence Crawford. Yeah, and I almost forgot about that. We got Terrence Crawford moving up to 154 to catch a title against Mini Triple G. Madanoff. The guys, he's pretty good. I'm expecting it to probably be a decent fight. But again, this is Crawford. So this is probably Madanoff's first real big test. But apparently he said he's been watching Crawford for a while, and they've been preparing for the day that they possibly would meet. Let's see here. We got. Oh yeah, I forgot Diaz has a boxing match against Masvidal. So you got two UFC guys crossing over to do them a boxing match. Um, then we got Stevenson also fighting in July. Stevenson versus somebody. I don't know who this is. I don't know, but and you got Frost on the undercard against Constance. That's going to be pretty good. And then you got Keyshawn Davis fighting some. I don't know who that is. So I don't know. These guys like Keyshawn and Stevenson. I don't know. I just feel like top rank period. Like their guys is just the way they choose their fights. They it just I don't like it. Uh, you got Stevenson. He passed up on fighting Frank Martin saying he didn't want to take this. You got Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson wanting to call out and want big fights, but when he has the opportunity to make a few big fights, he make it a money issue because he doesn't want to give nobody 50-50. But yet, when he wants the big fight, he expects someone to give him 50-50. That's why I think that is about the craziest thing I've ever seen. If that ain't what they call it, a narcissist. He's a boxing narcissist. He expects to get what he's not willing to give to others. So I don't know about Shakur, man. I think he's basically he might be spiraling down as far as his it factor because he's not taking no fights and he's been offered fights that he's not taking a sacrifice to make happen just so he can get his name out there more and prove that he is the best and that he is the guy or one of the kings. I don't really have him up there as one of the four kings. He's a great boxer, a great technician, but he just haven't really showed me too much because he's fighting guys that, of course, he's going to clearly outclass, just like Devin. He's been fighting guys that he knows that he's going to be bigger than, and he's most likely going to have more speed. When he did fight someone that's his size, Ryan Garcia, you see what happened. He has trouble, getting that jab out there, and he just has trouble doing what he do. So the same may happen with Stevenson. We seen when he fought somebody that could, give him some problems. He ran the whole time, didn't throw many punches. It was the fight, one of the fights that has Guinness World Book records of the least amount of punches thrown in a professional boxing match. So it's horrible. He has to come back from that. Yeah, so I'm just not really, I don't have too much to say about Shakur Stevenson right now. But we do have Oshaki on the undercard, so I will be supporting him. We know he's from Texas. We got Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Seems to still be actually happening July the 20th. And you also have Taylor and Serrano on that undercard, which I'm excited about. Serrano's my girl. Hopefully they don't rob her this time around. She definitely pulled off the close fight the last time against Taylor, and they robbed her of that. And they lucky I wasn't in the ring because I would have raised hell. But you know what I'm saying. But hopefully she gets the win actually this time, and they don't rob her from that. And yeah, we'll get a good fight. We got Roach. He has a fight coming up in June against McCory. You know, that's on Pro Box. Hmm. Damn, he's fighting on Pro Box. Okay. So yeah, man, we got a couple, and we got Bam Rodriguez also fighting Estrada. That's in June. So as far as May, we got a couple of decent fights. I'll keep everyone tuned in, and I'll be tuned in to see what other good fights we got coming up. Nothing that really just sticks out too much to me in May, but other than the Fury and Usyk, in which we're of course expected him to, win convincingly against Usyk, with him being a bigger guy. So we'll just see how all that turns out, man. I wanted to touch bases with everything that was going on in the boxing world in the past 2 weeks. And since we gotta get our content back up, why not? So with that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in again. Oh no, let me do this over.